Brilliance Audio presents False Hope by Lynne Lee, performed by Esther Wayne. I have a well-developed sixth sense when it comes to calls in the small hours. So when my phone screen lit up that night, a fraction of a second before it rang, I automatically reached for it, even though I was still only half awake. It was Sid, which was a relief. Not my mum again, thank goodness. Though it could have been, because she's been making small-hours calls to me too. 2 a.m., 4 a.m. Would the next come at 6 a.m.? I knew I needed to do something about this new development, but what? I didn't even have a clue what it was about yet. Our special nocturnal relationship meant I knew Sid would wait for me, so I peeled the duvet off and padded out onto the landing, then pulled the bedroom door shut again before answering. Not that Matt had stirred, or was likely to either. My husband, out of necessity, slept with earplugs. "So sorry to call again so early, Mrs. Hamilton." Sid, short for Sidant, was my surgical registrar. As ever, he was politeness personified. He was also conscientious, hard-working, and capable beyond his training grade, and barely a day or night passed when I didn't count those blessings. I made another mental note, to remind him to stop apologizing all the time. To understand that calling me, if he needed to, was exactly what he should do. "I just wanted to fill you in," he went on a new trauma case. Just come in. It's a male, no ID yet. Late 30s, early 40s, RTC overnight. Driving under the influence. Lost control, on the ice, they think, and hit a parked lorry at speed. Crush injury. Right forearm and hand. Significant soft tissue loss. Open fractures. I couldn't feel a radial pulse, and there's mottling of the hand and fingers. All of which was longhand for, "Serious, please come in." Extensive damage, then. Yes. And how is he systemically? He's in shock. Low GCS. But we suspect that's to be expected. Alcohol, as I say. And they found drugs in the car, too. "Okay, half an hour," I said. "I'll meet you in recess." Having showered before bed, it was only the work of moments to get my clothes on, plus a minute or two more to scour my face and tie my hair back. I then checked on the boys, who were still sharing a bedroom, and not just because Daniel's needed decorating. It had been 4 months since we moved in, but there were lots of big adjustments. New home, 2 new schools, brand new friendships to make and navigate. It was taking its toll on them both, especially Dylan. Where his older brother, like his dad, seemed to adapt to change with equanimity, Dylan was a fretter, a chronically anxious little soul. I understood. It was a lot to deal with. A lot for us all to deal with. The Christmas holidays really couldn't come soon enough. Both were soundly, sweetly sleeping, though, in their own idiosyncratic ways. Daniel face down and starfished. Dylan coiled into a little comma. I touched the warm shapes beneath the duvets only fleetingly and lightly, so as not to wake them, before heading downstairs. I continued on autopilot in the kitchen, assembling phone, bag, and car keys. And while the machine spat strong coffee into my travel mug for the journey, I chatted, as had become something of a habit, to Mr. Weasley, the toffee-coloured hamster who'd become part of the family when we'd moved here. Along with the magnificent treehouse Matt had promised to build for the boys come the spring, he'd been a sweetener, a bribe, and, seeming to know that, he regularly nipped the boys to remind them. But the two of us had struck up an unlikely small-hours friendship. But perhaps it wasn't so unlikely, I thought, as I watched him clean his whiskers. Though his hours were from choice and mine professional necessity, we were both creatures of the night. Out into the garage, then, where my car was parked, so I'd be spared having to scrape a frozen windscreen. At this time of year, when on call, I took precedence. Or rather, another flashpoint among several at the moment. My patients did.